There's this idea that's really picking up steam lately. Financial freedom. It's like this state everyone seems to want, especially maybe the younger folks, having enough resources so you're calling the shots.
Right. Not being tied down by money worries or, stuck in a job just to pay the bills.
Exactly. And you, listening in, maybe want to get your head around how to actually move towards that, but without getting totally overwhelmed. That's what we're digging into today.
It really is a big shift, isn't it? The whole traditional career path.
Yeah.
It's not the only dream anymore. People seem to value autonomy, controlling their own time.
Yeah, doing what actually interests them, and sooner rather than later.
Precisely.
So for this deep dive, we pulled together quite a few different sources. They look at various ways to get towards financial freedom. Lots of focus on making money online, which is huge now, and building up passive income.
Yeah, our mission here is really to connect the dots between those three things. Making money online, passive income, and the big goal, financial freedom. We want to break down some actual steps, maybe flag some roadblocks you might hit.
Give you a clearer map, hopefully.
Exactly, a roadmap to consider.
Okay, let's unpack this then, starting with the basics. Make money online. What are we actually talking about?
Well, in simple terms, it's pretty much any way you earn income using the internet. It's broad.
Really broad.
Yeah, it could be active work like being a freelance writer, a virtual assistant. You're actively providing a service online. Or it could be about setting up systems that kind of run themselves more, generating income passively.
Right, so things like selling stuff on your own website or maybe doing affiliate marketing, recommending products, getting a cut.
Or creating online courses, building an audience on YouTube or TikTok and, monetizing that content.
The key thing is the online channel, right? That's where the income activity happens.
That's the common thread. Now let's pivot to passive income. This is a specific kind of income.
Okay.
It's the money you get from assets you own or systems you've built, where the ongoing effort needed to keep it coming in is, well, significantly less.
Less active work. So it's not like trading your hours directly for dollars anymore.
Exactly. Think about, say, rental income from a property. Once it's set up and tenanted, the income flows in with hopefully less day-to-day work from the owner.
Or dividends from stocks you own. Royalties from a book you wrote ages ago, maybe.
Yes. Or ad revenue from a website that gets traffic, sales of digital products people can just buy and download.
That's the dream bit, isn't it? Continuous flow, less effort over time.
That's the core idea. But it's important to remember passive income isn't only an online thing.
Oh, good point.
Yeah, owning, say, a laundromat or vending machines that can be passive income too, and it's very much offline.
Okay, got it. So we have online income generation, we have passive income generation. Now the big one, financial freedom. What's the essence of that?
Financial freedom, fundamentally, is reaching a point where you have enough financial resources, assets, savings, steady cash flow, whatever it is, to live the life you want.
Without needing a regular job.
Yeah.
Or constantly stressing about bills.
Exactly. It's about security, independence from those financial constraints, having choice.
Choice. That's key. And it's interesting because our sources point out you don't necessarily need online income or passive income to get there.
That's a really crucial distinction. Someone might inherit a lot of money, for instance.
Right.
Or maybe they just saved incredibly diligently for decades. They could absolutely be financially free without ever selling anything online or building passive streams.
Okay, that makes sense. So make money online and passive income. They're more like tools or strategies.
Potential pathways, exactly. Ways to reach financial freedom, which is the ultimate destination.
I like the analogy one source used. Financial freedom is the castle.
Yeah, it's a good visual. And making money online and passive income are the vehicles to get you to the castle.
So like active online work freelancing, that's like driving your car there, you're very involved.
Right. And setting up passive online income, maybe like an online course, that's more like taking the train. Less direct effort once you're on board and it's moving.
And offline passive income like rentals, that could be the horse, baby.
Sure, why not? An inheritance or massive savings. That's like being born in the castle or maybe just walking there steadily over many years.
Huh. Okay, helpful analogy. Now let's zoom in on passive income again. Why is it often seen as so central to achieving financial freedom? What's the big appeal?
Well, the huge appeal is that it lets you build wealth without that direct hour-for-hour trade. Trading your time for money. It breaks that link.
The classic trap.
Exactly. You put in the effort up front, create the asset, build the system, and then it can potentially earn for you ongoing. That frees up your time, your energy.
Which is massive. It's not just about the money then. It's about getting control over your time,
Yes.
doing things you actually want to do.
Pursuing passions, spending time with family, travel, whatever it is, it gives you that autonomy over your time, which is arguably our most valuable resource.
Totally. Makes that upfront effort seem worth it, doesn't it?
And beyond just personal freedom, there's the potential for building real long-term wealth, even generational wealth.
How so?
Well, income-producing assets, think real estate, dividend stocks, successful businesses, they can keep generating income not just for you, but maybe even for your kids or grandkids. It builds a lasting foundation.
Right, a legacy. Okay, passive income sounds pretty powerful. Let's get practical. That WooCommerce article we looked at had a ton of ideas, especially around digital stuff and online businesses.
Yeah, it was packed. A really popular one is creating and selling online courses.
Makes sense. Share what you know.
Right. You package your expertise, your passion, and sell it globally. Once the course is made, you can sell it over and over. And tools like WooCommerce with, say, Sensei LMS, they let you manage everything. Add videos, quizzes, track students.
You could even do subscriptions for ongoing stuff, right?
Yeah.
Recurring revenue.
Exactly. Subscriptions are great for that steady income. The key is choosing something you know well and genuinely care about.
Okay, courses. What else? Ebooks came up too.
Yeah, ebooks. Compared to traditional publishing, it's way cheaper to get started, and you have total control. Content, price, marketing, all you.
And you can sell them on Amazon, Apple Books.
Or directly on your own site with something like WooCommerce, potentially keeping a bigger slice of the pie.
Right. And for the tech-savvy folks, developing and selling software or apps, that sounds potentially very profitable.
It definitely can be if you create something people really need or want. You've got to figure out how to make money from it, though.
Like a free version with paid upgrades. Or a subscription.
Yep. Or just a one-time purchase fee.
Yeah.
Then you need to get it out there, app stores, your own website, and actually market it.
Another interesting one, membership websites. Exclusive content for paying members.
Mm-hmm. People pay a recurring fee, maybe monthly, maybe annually, for access. It could be special courses, tutorials, a community forum.
Once it's set up, you just keep adding value.
Pretty much. Keep the content fresh, keep the community engaged. And again, WordPress and WooCommerce are often used here. They handle the payments, restricting content, even releasing it bit by bit, dripping content, they call it.
That Fair Lady magazine example, using it for a fitness program, was pretty cool.
Yeah, shows it works for established brands, too.
Then there's affiliate marketing. That seems like a lower barrier to entry, maybe, since you're not creating the product yourself.
That's often true. You're essentially recommending other people's products or services. You get a commission if someone buys through your unique link.
You see that a lot on blogs and social media.
Absolutely. The investment is lower, yes, but building trust with your audience is absolutely critical. You need to promote things you genuinely believe in, things that fit your niche.
Right. Authenticity matters. Okay, shifting gears slightly to more creative stuff. Selling stock photos or videos.
Yeah, if you've got an eye for visuals and can create high-quality photos or video clips that people need, you can upload them to stock platforms.
And get paid each time someone licenses them.
Exactly. Or, again, you could sell directly from your own website using WooCommerce. Gives you more control over pricing, how people can use them, you know.
So create good stuff, choose your platform stock site or your own, use good keywords so people find it, and promote your work.
That's the process in a nutshell.
Podcasting. Everyone seems to have a podcast now. Can that actually be passive income?
Well, passive might be a stretch initially. There's definitely work involved, upfront planning, recording, editing, promoting. It's a commitment.
But once you have a back catalog and listeners,
Then yes, it can generate income more passively through ads, typically either joining ad networks or getting direct sponsorships.
or selling premium stuff, bonus episodes maybe?
Right, ad-free feeds, behind-the-scenes content, and having your own website maybe built with WooCommerce is key. It's your hub for everything episodes, maybe merchandise, ads, building that all-important email list.
Gotcha. What about digital art and design? Selling templates, illustrations, that kind of thing.
Huge area. You can sell prints, graphics, fonts, website themes, social media templates, loads of possibilities.
Where do you sell those? Marketplaces like Etsy or Creative Market.
Those are options, yes. Or, the recurring theme, sell directly through your own online store. Just be really clear about the legal side, usage rights, licenses. Transparency is key.
Blogging is another classic. How does that become passive? Seems like constant writing.
It does require consistent effort to build, absolutely.
Yeah.
But once you have traffic, you can make money passively through ads like word ads if you're on WordPress.
Affiliate links in your posts, too.
Yep. Selling your own digital products, ebooks, courses, planners, even asking for donations. WooCommerce has tools for all that.
The key seems to be picking a niche you like that people are interested in and then just providing great stuff, like that Clean Mama blog example.
Exactly. Value and user experience come first.
And YouTube. Obviously, massive potential there.
For sure. The main route is the YouTube Partner Program, getting paid for ads on your videos. But as you grow, sponsored videos, affiliate links and descriptions, selling merchandise, those become options too.
Similar formula, though. Good content, consistency, engaging with your audience.
Very similar. It's about building that community.
What about being a social media influencer? Is that passive?
Mostly through sponsored posts and affiliate marketing, but one source warned about relying only on those platforms.
Right, because algorithms change, platforms disappear.
Exactly. So smart influencers are also building their own websites, maybe using WordPress and WooCommerce to sell products, run memberships, build an email list, own your audience, basically.
Good advice. Recording audiobooks was another interesting one. Record it once, earn royalties over time.
That's the idea. If you've got a good voice and enjoy narrating, you can find work on platforms like ACX or Upwork. A good demo and online presence help.
And finally, in this creative bucket, selling handmade products. Maybe not purely passive because you have to make the stuff.
Right, but you can often work at your own pace. You make inventory, list it, and sales can happen while you're doing other things.
And while Etsy is popular,
Having your own WooCommerce store means lower fees, more control over your brand. You can do both, too. Like that April Soderstrom jewelry example, she uses WooCommerce effectively.
wow, okay, that's a ton of ideas just on the digital and creative side. Let's switch tracks now to more financial or alternative investments for passive income. Rental properties, the classic.
It is a classic. Provides monthly income, builds equity, but it's not passive up front. Big investment usually needed.
And lots of research, right? Market, location, demand.
Absolutely. And then you either manage it yourself, which is work, or you pay a property manager, which costs money.
What about REITs? Real estate investment trusts. That sounds less hands-on.
It generally is. You're basically buying shares in a company that owns and manages a portfolio of properties, maybe shopping malls, apartments, offices.
So you get exposure to real estate without being a landlord.
Exactly. Benefits include diversification, easier selling than a physical property, professional management, but there are different types of REITs to understand.
Okay. A more accessible idea might be renting out space you already have, like a spare room or parking spot.
Definitely more accessible for many. Platforms like Airbnb, Vrbo for rooms, Neighbor.com for storage, Spot Hero for parking. They make it easier to connect with renters.
Just need to make the space look good and set a fair price.
Pretty much. Good photos, clear description, competitive pricing for your area.
Investing in dividend stocks,
Yeah.
another traditional passive income play.
Yeah, buying shares in companies that pay out a portion of their profits to shareholders regularly. You get those dividend checks, or they get reinvested.
Need to research companies with a good track record of paying dividends, right?
Yes, look for stability, maybe a history of increasing dividends. You'll need a brokerage account. And diversification is key. Maybe look at dividend ETFs too.
And of course, the disclaimer.
Yeah.
We're not financial advisors.
Crucial point. Always consult with a qualified professional before making investment decisions. This is just exploring ideas from our sources.
Got it. Lower risk options mentioned were high-yield savings accounts or money market funds.
Right. Good for cash. You want to keep safe, but still earn some interest on, likely more than a standard savings account. They might have minimums or withdrawal limits sometimes, though. Money market funds are similar, sometimes with more flexibility.
Okay. Then things got a bit more fair. Unconventional vending machines.
Yeah. It's a business. Buy machines, stock them, find high-traffic locations.
Is that really passive? Sounds like work stocking them.
It can be more passive if you outsource the stocking and maintenance or partner with an operator. But yeah, there's initial investment and planning involved. Location is everything.
Buying and selling websites, website flipping. Like house flipping, but digital.
That's the analogy. Find an undervalued website, improve it better, SEO, content, monetization, then sell it for a profit on marketplaces like Flippa.
Requires knowing what makes a website valuable and how to improve it, I guess.
Definitely. You need some digital skills there.
And finally, creating a job board. Connecting employers and job seekers.
Yeah, you charge employers a fee to post jobs. Find a specific niche, build a user-friendly site. WordPress is often used, then attract both sides of the market.
Could become fairly passive once it's established.
Potentially, yes. Maybe add premium features later.
Okay, that is an incredibly broad range of possibilities,
Thank
but
you.
it can't all be sunshine and rainbows, right?
Okay.
What, making money online, passive income, there must be downsides. Tim Denning's article gave a reality check.
Absolutely. It's important to be realistic. He pointed out just how overwhelming all the platforms can be. And the subscription costs add up fast.
So his advice was,
Focus. Master one or two platforms that really suit you, instead of trying to be everywhere.
makes sense. He also mentioned meta content. What's that?
Creating content about making money online instead of actually, making money online through another means. It's easy to get stuck just talking about it.
Ah, I see. Like coaches, coaching coaches.
Kind of. She also warned about amateurs teaching stuff they haven't actually succeeded at themselves. Be careful who you learn from.
Due diligence required. Finding the right niche, he said, is hard too. Even for him.
Yeah, it's not always obvious. His tip was to explore topics related to your interests. Don't get hung up on finding the one perfect thing right away.
And the time commitment. He said it takes longer than people think.
Much longer, often. He threw out 5 years or more as a realistic time frame for significant success. Compared it to training for the Olympics, it's a long haul.
Wow. And disconnecting, taking breaks. Hard when your business is always on.
Very hard. You have to consciously force yourself to step away, he argued, to avoid burnout.
Plans also go sideways, apparently.
Almost always. His point was you need to be flexible, try things, see what works, trust your gut sometimes, rather than sticking rigidly to a plan that isn't working.
And finally, notifications. The constant pings.
Drives you crazy, right? His advice, turn most of them off. Check email and messages intentionally, not reactively.
Simple, but probably effective. Okay, so those are challenges specific to the online world. What about broader obstacles to reaching financial freedom in general? The creative planning article hit on some big ones.
Yeah, major life expenses. Paying for college was a big one. Costs keep rising.
Saving early is key, using things like 529 plans.
Right, and that new rule change allowing excess 529 funds to potentially roll into a Roth IRA after 15 years adds a bit of flexibility, which is interesting.
Saving enough for retirement is another huge one. People are living longer.
Which means retirement can be decades long. Starting young, using 401ks, IRAs, traditional or Roth, understanding those contribution limits, it's all crucial.
Housing costs, too, especially in expensive areas. That 28-36 rule was mentioned.
Yeah, a guideline. Ideally, no more than 28% of your gross income on housing costs and no more than 36% on total debt payments. Helps keep housing affordable within your overall picture.
Caring for aging parents, that can be a big, often unexpected financial strain.
It really can. The article mentioned looking into tax breaks, government benefits if applicable, and the importance of estate planning conversations.
And finally, just carrying too much debt. A major roadblock.
Huge. If all your money is going to pay off past debts, it's hard to move forward. Using strategies like the debt snowball or avalanche method can help tackle it systematically.
Right, getting debt under control is fundamental. Okay, looking ahead then, what does the future of online income look like? To learn the new article had some thoughts.
They see continued growth in the gig economy, more remote work, definitely more flexibility. Subscription models are also getting bigger, offering more predictable income for businesses.
And decentralized finance, DeFi, that sounds more cutting edge.
Yeah, blockchain, crypto. It's creating new, potentially disruptive ways to earn, especially for the tech-savvy.
What skills will be most important for online earners in the future?
Digital literacy is baseline now, but also data analysis, understanding the numbers behind your online efforts, and cybersecurity awareness is critical.
Makes sense. Protect yourself and your business online. But challenges remain.
Oh yeah, cybersecurity threats aren't going away, and many online markets are getting crowded, saturated. So building a strong brand, offering something unique that becomes even more important.
Okay, so wrapping this all up. Financial freedom is the goal, the destination. It's a journey, really.
Definitely a journey, not an overnight thing. And there are many paths you can take.
And passive income, often powered by online strategies, seems like a really important vehicle on that journey for a lot of people.
It's a powerful tool, for sure. But remember, your specific path, the strategies that work for you, the time it takes, that's going to be unique. Depends on your skills, your resources, your choices.
And while the potential is huge, making money online, building passive streams, it's not magic. It takes work.
A lot of work, especially upfront. Dedication, learning, sticking with it, being realistic about the challenges and the time involved.
Absolutely. Need that long-term view.
So we've covered a lot today, a huge range of ideas, from digital creations to real estate to stocks. Thinking about all this, what's one initial step, maybe a small one, that resonates most strongly with you, our listener? Something you could explore to start or continue your journey towards more financial control, more freedom. Definitely something to think about.